Can hundreds of thousands of federal dollars for important local projects be saved, or are those projects dead in the water? Our Washington newsroom investigates.
You're watching WJAC TV News at 11. Coverage you can count on across the Alleghenies.
Disappearing earmarks. Months after WJAC discovered millions of federal earmarks for Pennsylvania road projects being wasted, a U.S. Senator from Pennsylvania now taking action. And Scott McFarland's got the story from our Washington newsroom tonight.
Last summer, we told you about dozens of federal awards for Pennsylvania, totaling millions of dollars that hadn't been spent yet. In limbo, the project's not yet finished, in some cases, not yet begun. Bureaucracy and federal red tape slowing them down. Including hundreds of thousands of dollars in local projects. Since the 1990s, a $100,000 earmark to pay for the long-awaited expansion of Route 219 sat idle. It took 5 years to begin work on an earmark project on North Atherton Road near Penn State. Years of waiting for an expansion of Route 30 in Bedford County, for upgrades to Pennsylvania's Amtrak Line 2 and to UPMC Bedford. Congressional leaders blame slow approval of blueprints and environmental permits by the feds and the mountains of paperwork facing the communities and agencies who've managed to land the earmarks in the first place. Senator Bob Casey now pushing new law to return any unspent money directed at PennDOT and allow PennDOT to spend it on other work.
You have many, many years with money sitting there not being used for transportation. We got to stop that. We need to get that money to state transportation departments so they can build roads and help us with infrastructure, especially at a time when our economy is so stressed.
Earmarks are already dangling by a thread politically. President Obama, in his State of the Union speech, threatened to veto future bills with earmarks, and critics call them pork in the wake of our recent stories on Pennsylvania's unused money.
I think that mentality has largely changed, and I also think that those local projects that are worthy, we need to find a way to pay for them with local funds.
If Congress approves Senator Casey's proposal, the unused earmark money would move to PennDOT for its use immediately. But there are other senators proposing taking that money back and putting it into the U.S. Treasury immediately. We expect all those proposals to be considered in the coming months. Scott McFarland, WJAC TV News.